Okay, teachers, so this is video 3. You can see that this is the website right here. So this is going to be mostly about my hosting company. The company that I'm using is SiteGround. So if I hit change here, it'll drop down all of my websites, but that would reveal to you all the websites that I'm working on, and I don't quite really want to do that. So over here you have the menu items over here, and then you have, so I'm just going to launch this right here. First of all, when you get your website up, there's so many pieces here, I don't even really know exactly where to start, so this is just where I'm going to start. But you can open up your website from here. I'm going to explain pretty much all of this. I pretty well understand like 90% of this stuff, but I'm still learning as well. Again, when you get your website up, you're always going to be learning anyway. So right here is where you can log on to the admin panel and basically publish or get to your website. And it's thinking. I've got a backup process going on right now with another website. I might as well show you that. So this is backup right here. This is that car listing website I've already showed you. So I'm trying to restore a backup because there was a flaw in it earlier. But it's just one thing that you can do. You get backups. They give you free backups every single day. There's different plugins that you can get, that you can use backups too. In fact, this was kind of what the last video was, but on most all of my websites I've got a plugin for backups which sends to my Google Drive. So that's even completely outside of the SiteGround page and data servers. And so it just gives me an extra layer of security that if anything big goes wrong and something goes wrong with SiteGround, I can move hosting companies and I still have a backup of my site to be able to do that. And again, that's something I would highly recommend as well. What I don't want anybody to do is to feel afraid or be scared about this because, of course it's new, it maybe looks scary and so on, but it's really not once you learn it, and if you're going into the business, you're quitting teaching, you're just going to need to get a website. I just don't know how else to emphasize that. So from the cat's back here, if you go down, you click on this link here. This is my affiliate link. And if you click on that, this will all open up. So if I hit the login button, I'll totally be able to log into my account. But this is what you're going to see when you go there. So hosting, these are the hosting packages, and that's basically what's down here. You see web hosting. So let's just go right to here. You're going to want to look at, these are all going to actually click to the same thing. But the next step for me is going to be something where you can totally scale that up. These are the different packages, but like one thing that I think is super cool about SiteGround is that you're never not going to have enough space. You're just going to have to pay for more space, and that's true. However, you can just basically pre-order what you need, and it'll adjust the price effectively. You can pay that price monthly, or you can pay that price annually. 50 gigs. I mean, like, for you to have a blog site, you're going to use like nothing, man. So you're definitely not going to need the cloud. I'm just saying that even if your business grows or you have multiple websites, if you make one, you're going to want to make more. You just are. It's just a normal human thing. That SiteGround does afford that scalability. So let's go ahead and go back to the hosting plans. So that's cloud hosting. It's all independent, but what we're going to look at is the shared hosting. You are technically sharing a space with other people, but obviously it's totally secure. And then these are the packages. If you do the startup, it's only one website, and Grow Big is unlimited websites, 20 gigs of space. So with all of I could probably show you this, but then I would just end up showing you all my websites again. I don't really want to do that, but in terms of what they measure out in terms of space, 20 gigs is just so much. I mean, I have that car listing website. I've got 13 websites. They're not all jamming, like they're not all partying. Some of them I'm building, and I've got social media sites which I need to still launch, and they're going to grow. But the 20 gigs going to be super easy for you. Perfect for you. So this is kind of the one that I recommend. Just keep in mind it's discounted from $25. You'll pay this price for a full year, and then you're going to pay in a year. So this is going to be $10 per month. So $120 is what you'll pay, and $6.99 for the one website. And by the way, if you choose this one, you can just easily upgrade to this one, and you'll immediately pay the difference, and most importantly, you'll extend out. So if you just want to work for one website, pick this package, work one website, get that thing up and going, and then when you decide to make another website, tell them, so go with this one, and then what they'll do is they'll just, even if you've been on this plan for about 4 months, they'll extend this out to another 12 months, and you'll be on this plan, and you'll have unlimited websites. What I'm working on is Go Geek. And this was my plan, which I got back in August. Unlimited websites, 40 gigs of space, and I'm sitting at about 24 gigs with all of my websites. Definitely don't have this many visits. But let's just go down here. Unmetered traffic, free SSL. That's just security on your website, so you can't really see it because I don't have the frame of the video. But every single website, it's a good website. It's got that little lock up here next to the URL. And that comes from this right here. So you're definitely going to need this. It's totally free, super easy to install, and I'll show you how to do that. A CDM. So you can kind of read through this if you want, but Cloudflare is what they use, and it caches content all over the world at different servers. So if somebody in Japan looked at your website and you're in Alabama or something like that, or wherever your data server is, in the U.S., I think it's Virginia or something. So somebody in Japan's going to they're not traveling to all your data in Virginia. They click, and all it sends is a really simple signal, and then the signal picks up the data that you have for your website that's already stored on, say, a server in Japan or in Korea. So that's what it does. So these things are all over the world, and that makes the site incredibly fast because you're not sending a picture that far. You're just sending a signal to grab the picture at the local CDN or where they are. So it's pretty cool. You have unlimited emails as well. It just keep in mind it's more data on your space. Manage WordPress. That's the platform in which you're using. Databases. 100% renewable energy match. And 30-day money-back guarantee. But you also get these other cool things. Backup copies. That's what I'm doing right now with that other site. Let's see if it's done. Nope, still going. Still charging. Where the heck am I? Oh, that was the other. Nope. Oh, here. Okay. So a staging site is a site, and I'm going to show you this, but like let's say you need to work on something or fix something or test something or try new something out new, you can create a staging site, which is an exact copy of whatever the site is. And then once you've figured it out and you want to stay with that, you can deploy that staging site, and it becomes your regular site. And it's super cool. I learned how to do this a few months ago, and I really needed it. And it transfers all your users, and it's like they don't even notice. They don't see anything, so it's not even that big of a deal, so you're good to go. Ultra-fast PHP. This is what the internet is basically. It's the code that the internet is founded on, and there's just different versions, and some websites are good for it, some aren't. But this is the really, truly beautiful thing. So these guys are super, super fantastic in terms of their service. They're always available for me. It's no problem. So literally, just please, seriously. Collaborator. Oh, I forgot Collaborator. Collaborator is like if you were partnered with somebody on your site, then they would not have access to the account stuff with SiteGround or the money and all that kind of stuff, that your cards, your whatever, but they would have access essentially to all of the other features on SiteGround that would allow them to work the website. So that's what that is. But you're stopping here, and then on the Go Geek plan, look at this, man. This priority support is it's so cool, and they're so good. They're just oh man, just trust me on that. I should probably even show you that, but I'm probably getting along here with the time on this. But so let's just go back. If you have an existing website, you can transfer it. Okay, no problem. It's a little bit of a trick. You gotta just basically, you gotta let the mailman know what address you're moving to. Okay, so that's the best example that I can tell you. Okay, well, let's go back to the cat's back here, and I'll just show you a couple of things here. If we look at here, I can update the password, reset the permissions on who gets to use the site. I can move the application somewhere, just totally delete it. I've had to delete, different versions of websites, and I actually, just to clear up space, I created websites, months and months ago. One of them was my existing teacher website, which I never actually built, which is what I'm gonna build for you guys here in the next, say, month or so, and make it super more fantastic and everything. But so I just had to cut out a couple of cut the fat, so to speak, on those. But let's go back. I hope I'm not gonna expose something. Go back to my account. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to blur this out, I think, because it's going to show all my websites, and I don't really want everybody to see all my websites here. Oh, no, it's just going to go back to home. Yeah, okay, so ticket support. You can see all the tickets. I just put in one earlier for this website that I've got, that I'm doing this business on. They're super good, man. They really, really do work with you. And this is the problem that I'm going to get into. I wonder if this is already open. Let's see. So now I'd have to log in anyway. Oh well, so I'm just going to have to edit this a little bit because I don't want to see all the websites. So the cat's back. So this is my All Wheels Buy and Sell. I'm gonna just blur this other website out. And the Turnup is something that I'm working on. It's gonna be like the Onion. It's gonna be kind of like a spoof. Satire kind of news site, and I've got my other social media websites kind of hosted on there and whatever, but it's definitely a work in progress. But let's go to the cat's back. So I want to check my time. I'm at 12 minutes. Okay. And so here's that CDN I was telling you about. The file manager goes into all of the files of your site. So it kind of just looks like Explorer, And I know this looks kind of probably scary to some people, but if you go to your Microsoft Explorer, whatever Apple's using on their computers, I don't know what it's called, but basically you can just see, this is the big file, for cat's back, but even that's not, not really a whole heck of a lot. But generally speaking, you'd never want to mess with this kind of stuff, and oftentimes, other people will be able to help you anyway. Let's go to, if we go back to the dashboard, App Manager. So this gives you some general, the name servers is like the address, like I was telling you. You got to tell the post office like where you're sending the new mail when you move. That's kind of what these are right here. They're associated with SiteGround. And this is super cool. So I've been working with this, and I posted a video a couple days ago. So I got unique visitors, and this is just 29 or something. I don't know where they came from, but I hadn't been working on it all this time, even though it's been there. I haven't really been doing anything right. So they went to 450 pages. Don't ask me how. But these are the Monster Insights thing is the Google data service, and that provides you with data that's like this as well. And these are things you're going to want to track because you're going to want to know. So it's not just for money, but you're going to want to know who's using your site so you can maximize your time. It's not really down to you're never going to know the person or whatever unless they have an account and they're contacting you. But this is all bulk data, that anybody who has a website is going to know. Okay, security. These are where the backups are, and they're done every single day. So you can just go right over here. That's what's happening on the other site right now. Restore all files. Just restore files, restore databases. Maybe you want to store your emails and so on too. This is the SSL manager. This is what I was talking about. Basically, it's totally encrypted, and you just choose this one here or that one there, and it's this is how the site gets secure. So you have to do this. Enforce HTTPS. This is the S is the difference. HTTP is the old way without the security, and HTTPS is redirects it to be secure. Site scanner. What is that? Daily scan schedule reports and media alerts. Interesting. I might have to do that if I'm still having problems with that site that is backing up, and it's still backing up. Okay, so let's move it on. Okay, this is caching. So important. The cache, you got to dump the cache once in a while. And it's more or less, they're telling me it's the same one as this one here, purge SiteGround cache. That I was kind of talking about that, I think, in the other video. All right, Cloudflare, that's the CDN, sorry, that I was talking to you about back there. And they've got a premium too. You know, back to WordPress. This is the install. Staging sites is what I was talking about, where you can test features out or try new things. Migrator is moving it from one hosting company to the next. Auto update, I'm not sure. Let's click on that just for fun. There's no downtime during this. Okay, well, it's up to date. Major release, blah, blah, blah. Auto updates. Okay. Domain, this is where a parked domain, just quickly, is that, let's just say you wanted to change, let's say I wanted to change the cat's back to the hat's rack. Okay, so if I wanted to do that, then the hat's rack would be, or the hat rack maybe, I guess, would be the primary domain that you would see up in the field up here, but the cat's back would be a parked domain. So it's kind of like you park in your car, you know, you have a work truck you never use because it's bad on gas, so you park the truck in your driveway, but like you don't use it every day because it's bad on gas. You use your commuter car, right? Okay, so that's kind of what that means. You can still use your truck, but if people go to the cat's back, they can still go to the site, but it'll just flash to the hat's rack or whatever it was. Okay. Subdomains, parked. I think I'm just going to move you can set up new redirects. A redirect is moving from one page to the next within a website, and it just redirects you. You know, it's like if the old operator 100 years ago, whenever phones came out and they were redirecting you. Okay, email. This is actually, I'll go ahead and show you this. I'll show you the emails, but it's not, I don't really care if they're too exposed. I only have the one on this anyway. This is where you could create a brand new email. We might as well do that. Admin 1 was an email that I'd set up for my other page, so I auto-populated right there. But this is literally as easy as this is. Oh, that's for the password. Sorry. You can change the password, but it's already there because it's from another password. So bam, man. Now you totally got a brand new email. You can just keep creating emails, and you're going to want to, by the way, when you build your website, you're going to want, I've run into this mistake before with that car listing website, you're going to definitely want to create your own email here. Don't use a Gmail account, don't use a Hotmail account, don't use any other account for the website or for, I showed you guys on the back end where I had the email, and I said, you know, you can email me. This is, you've got to have the email associated with your account, your hosting account, which is this one here, because it's going to have everything after the @ symbol right here. And that's what's going to grant your security authority and security, and what other people are going to be. Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to flag you as being possible spam, and you saw this kind of stuff. It's just going to not make you look like you're professional and associated with the site, and that's going to chase your people around. But anyway, you can see how the email is set up too. You can forward, blah, blah, blah. I mean, typical email stuff. Statistics, this gets really kind of into some nitty-gritty details, but this site is just totally brand new. Oops, why didn't that? Oh, because it's a drop-down menu, I forgot. Some of the more nitty-gritty stuff. Unique visitors, this is just over the last couple of days. Page views and bandwidth use, you know. So this stuff is just kind of stuff that you're going to really, really want to use. And the technology is like, oh, did they check it out from like Chrome, or were they using Safari, you know, that kind of stuff. And this is kind of the stuff that's a little bit above my head. Cron job is like setting your alarm clock in the morning. You're setting something to happen later on, okay, and something on your website to happen later on. PHP manager, this is if you wanted to change your, you can read through this, current stable. Different sites require different, PHP is the code, different version. And you can change that here if you absolutely need to, but it'll kind of self-sense, I suppose, where you need to be. Let's go back to the dashboard. I think I've covered most of the stuff. That's all I wanted to cover. Where am I at? Am I at 20 minutes? I'm at 20 minutes! I mean 1940. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this right here. Again, there's going to be much more videos ensuing. And this is now the third one. And the next video I'm going to do probably tomorrow when I'm feeling a little bit more festive, but I'm just going to do like a quick 5-minute video introducing myself and some of my experience in teaching, some of my long-term plans and the things that I want to do. And, hopefully you guys will all, kind of be a part of that on some level. And I'm always looking for partnership in these areas. And I think I share probably a lot of kind of hopes and dreams and goals and desires, aspirations of many teachers. You don't go into the business without having some kind of common understanding or thoughtful process, or just caring about people, and your desire to want to help people. So anyway, I'll go ahead and leave it at that, and definitely leave any comments that are below wherever this video might be, and go ahead and contact me via the email, Chad with 2 D's at thecatsback.org. You're welcome to do that. Or thecatsback2020 at gmail.com. You're welcome to contact me there as well. And I don't know, thanks for listening. Pretty cool, huh? Wait, I always do this. I wanted to show you my social media site, which is a teacher social media site. So this is just like my life dream right here. So I've been working on some social media sites over the summer. And nothing's ever finished, right? You're always doing something. And my first sign-in for the site, the wait time. So hopefully you can kind of dig on what kind of teacher I am. But this is going to log me into the admin. If you want to register, you can register from here. Just a little bit slow. And basically it's made by me. I had some other teachers that were kind of working through with it on me, but they weren't really the tech driver of the tech and that kind of stuff. They were just kind of helping me test and that kind of stuff. So as soon as you put the stuff in, you get to go to the site. I'm going to the site, so let's go ahead and launch. And I'm going to make a separate video about just this. But I just wanted to throw this on top. So this is me right here. Standing at my name on the site is Mr. Widgets, and this is me coaching basketball. Oh my gosh, this is like 20 years ago. No, really? 16, 17 years ago. And this is me in front of my board. We can go to the profile, but me in front of another board. I have the craziest handwriting. It's all caps because the Navy brainwashed me to use all caps. But independent dependent variables, man, science is awesome. All right. But anyway, just wanted to kind of pitch this, and you could, this is going to be, let's take that out. Teachers are super cool. Oh, right? And it just poses for like a social media site, right? Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool, huh? All right. I guess I'll just go ahead and leave it at that. And, okay, seriously, I'm seriously done this time. I'm super, super seriously done. Right on. Thanks for listening. 23 minutes. It's not so bad. Bye-bye.